Now, y'all know I hate banks. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Ernest, and I hate banks. If you're just like me, or if you just hate your bank, there is a bank that I believe that you will grow to trust and possibly grow to love. And that's Ally Bank. With Ally Bank, it's a lot more secure than keeping your money in the shoebox for all our, you know, financial needs. I mean, trust me, it's a lot more secure than that. Ally Bank offers high yielding savings accounts that actually help you save money. You know, unlike these other banks over here, Ally Bank is actually helping you save money with your savings account. So it makes sense to open up a savings account with Ally Bank. There's no minimum deposit, not within your savings or your spending account to get started with Ally Bank. There's no minimum deposits, there's no monthly fees, and there's no overdraft fees. I know that's a lot. That's a big issue for a lot of people. That's a big deal. So join Ally Bank, with 24/7 customer service, which is great. They have one of the best, or I will say the best customer service I've ever dealt with within any banking in all my banking life. Like, and I'm not over exaggerating. I really do appreciate their customer service. They truly do care and they live up to their name. They're an ally for sure. Some of my favorite things about banking with Ally is pretty much being able to make crypto payments as well. And as I mentioned before, the 24-hour customer service. You might be in the middle of the night and you're thinking, oh man, whatever issues you have going on, you call somebody, somebody's going to answer that line. It could be at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 7 a.m. as I'm recording this ad for y'all right now. You know, you can pick up the line, call somebody, and you can get the assistance you need right now. This is a limited time offer though. So right now, if you hit the link in the description box below, you can win up to $125 for qualifying signees. If you are a qualifying signee, you can get up to $125 for becoming a member of Ally Bank. Now, I don't know about you, but I could use an extra $125. Definitely. That's a great way to fund your bank, to start your funding with Ally Bank. It's a great way to start your saving for the future, start your investments with that money as well, or simply just buy whatever you want or support yours truly with that. Whatever you decide to do with your extra $125, it's all up to you. Hit the link in the description box below. Offer ends though March 1st, 2024. So you want to move quickly right now as you can. You want to move as fast as you can to sign up for Ally Bank, a bank you can trust, a bank that I don't hate. And that's saying a lot because I hate banks, but I don't hate Ally Bank. So if this sounds good to you, hit the link once again in the description box below. Sign up for Ally Bank. And happy banking. What up, y'all? It's your man Ernest, or you love Ernest, back again with another episode of the Ernest Thoughts Podcast. Yes, we are back. So let me get into why I missed that last week. I don't give a damn. If you're like, fast forward, I'll have a timestamp in the description box below of where the actual topic starts. So, calm the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, but, you get tired of people. I know I ramble. But anyways, so last weekend, you could probably still hear it in my voice. I'm still fighting congestion. Last week, I was congested like a mug. And speaking was just not fun. My voice was getting cracky, my voice was getting shaky, I was getting stuffy, I was coughing at certain points. I'm still fighting this congestion. The reason as to why I'm even doing this podcast now, and I have to edit and upload now, same day. This is a Monday. It's usually out on Monday mornings. But I'm recording it this Monday morning because I had the same issue this past weekend. Hey, you just saw it. Anyways, I had the same issue, or you just heard it for the listeners out there. But I had the same issue this past weekend where later on in the day, and this is happening, like it's like the phlegm or whatever, the mucus, whatever it is, it builds up into my nose, my throat, all this area here, So I'm trying to obviously work on settling that, but throughout the nights, it's impossible to speak at night. Now, there's pros and cons to it, because pros being you ain't got to speak to nobody, and I ain't got to spend my nights or afternoons, because it starts doing that during the later on throughout the day. I don't have to spend those times podcasting. I can spend that time writing or playing video games, which is what I did. But it's annoying because I have to switch my schedule around just so I can be able to create content that is allowing me to speak. I have to create content that way, because that's what I do. Now I have to do it throughout the day because it's not as bad. You're probably like, man, you sound terrible. Trust me, I sound way worse. I sound way worse at night. So this is the time of day where I have to record these episodes, for the time being, until I could get this under control. Yes, I did everything everyone said to do. I did everything that I always do when I ever had these issues. Sometimes these issues persist over weeks. It just so happens it's going to take some time. And I was a lot more stopped up than I am now. So progress is being made, but obviously not as fast as I wanted to. I like my progress like that, rapid. I want to treat it. I want to treat the issue, and I want the issue to go away overnight. But that's just not how things work, So I gotta move things around so it can work the way. You can see my bed is messy. I just woke up about an hour ago or so, like 2 hours ago. Hit the thumbs up like Apple is telling you to do. But, that was what happened last week. That's what happened with last week. Now I'm back this week, and I'm here to talk about the topics that I didn't talk about last week. With that being said, the first topic at hand is I want to chime in on this video that went viral of these African women on this podcast. There was one particular, I think her name is Coco. And she is, I don't know her, but apparently people who are into, people in Africa, or just she's known in that space or that realm. She has this, she's one of those, how can I say this? Business boss type, content creators. So she was on some woman's podcast, right? And she pretty much talks about why she feels, or when she feels it's okay to wear your natural hair. For those who are watching right now on, on the YouTube and stuff, I didn't cut my locks or anything. They've been this is what I do. I cover them at night with this, satin cap. And throughout the morning, I obviously take it off. But I was like, you know what? I did the half thing today, this morning. And, I was like, I kind of dig it. I kind of dig the look. You know what I'm saying? So I'm keeping it like that. This is no shame of my natural hair. But this is just the look I'm going with this morning, at least recording this thing. But... yeah, she talked about when she felt it was appropriate to wear your natural hair and when it wasn't appropriate to wear your natural hair. And this caused quite of a stir up within the natural hair community, in particular the Africans of the natural hair community. Although this should have been, or I wish that more Black American women, or just Black Americans in general, other than myself, took issue to what this woman said. Now, maybe they didn't see the viral clip, but I found it odd because I feel like the first time I saw the viral clip was on Twitter, where a lot of the viral clips that I see, especially pertaining to natural hair, the controversy and stuff, a lot of the it's not me seeing, like I'm seeing it for the first time, but it's not me actually sharing said videos. It's actually black people here in America or just globally in general who are sharing those said videos, particularly black women, and then they'll educate me on. They'll pretty much introduce me to, a controversial take or whatever the case is. Um, but it wasn't the case this time. This time around, it was primarily just African women who gave this woman pushback for her comments. Now, I'm not hating on it. I'm just making an observation and saying that I wish that there were more American women, black American women, who were against this. Maybe it was a situation where they're like, y'all deal with your own. She's an African woman. She said that. Y'all deal with your own. Or maybe we had bigger fish to fry this time. We already made comments about this statements like this before, and therefore we don't feel the need to reiterate ourselves. I have no problem with that. I take that stance plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, hey, listen, I got a whole podcast. I got blogs. I even had a YouTube, well, still got a YouTube channel, but when I was creating content specifically for YouTube, I even got a TikTok now where it's like I'm saying things, you know what I'm saying? So if you want to know my standpoint on these things, I'm just going to send you a link to a time I talked about it or I wrote about it, because I'm not going to repeat myself, especially if I still if I still feel the same way as I do in the video or the blog piece. And for those who are like, listen, just drink water like you do, or drink tea or whatever when you record these at night. I tried that. Like I said, I tried everything under the sun. These problems did help out, but it didn't make the problem go away. But recording throughout the day seems as though, because I can talk during this time at least, it seems like that is going to be the method that I have to do. So, yeah. Bear with me. You still go get your episodes. Relax. But anyways, I'm going to play y'all the video, right? It's a TikTok video, so I can replay this video. Hopefully no ads going to play. But I'm going to play y'all the video, and then I will get into points that I have to make about what was said in said video. So hopefully, let me... hold on, let me bring this closer so this could be heard. My check. Then let me hit play. And I'm going to position it this way, but the video watchers, you can probably still see it. So, let's go. Oh, let me replay it since it's at the end. My bad. Alright, let's go.
And there's this whole battle, natural hair versus wigs or weaves. What's your take on it?
Your natural hair is good for church programs. Your natural hair is good for when you want to pick your kids at school. Don't bring your natural hair to my event. I have natural hair, but I'm wearing a wig. Well, I don't have to. I can wear my natural hair if I want to go out. If I'm going to the beach and I can wear my natural hair, it's good for the beach. If I'm going to church, it's okay. Do you get what I'm saying? If I'm going to pick maybe going to play with my niece, it's cool. If I'm in my house, it's okay. But why would I want to wear a nice ass dress, expensive dress, expensive heels? At least I'll do ponytail. At least. Like, but when you do natural hair, you're wearing a nice dress. I'm looking at the dress up. I just look at the face and they do one thing. They do one thing where they pay me. I'm telling you, do that small makeup. I say you're a minimalist. No. Chloe.
Yeah, I'm in right there because female podcasters be cringy sometimes. So yeah, y'all get offended all you want. All they do is agree with with each other on everything. There's no pushback. I've never seen a female well, I have a few, probably one that I can think of. Most female podcasters I see, they always agree with one another, and then they always, kiki and ha at the end. I ain't even gonna try. My voice ain't ready for all that, But yeah. Anyways, you heard what the lady said, and I will try to remember to leave it in the description box below. But you heard what she said. She said, Your natural hair is only good for if you're going to church, if you're going to the beach, if you're hanging out with, you picking up your kids from school or something, or just hanging out with, the kids in your family, niece, nephews, whatever. But those are the only places your natural hair, the hair that grows out of your head, is good for. Church, the beach, family. That's it. If you're going to an event, and she's doubled down on this because she's known for, again, the woman Coco, I believe is her name, right? She goes viral for these controversial takes about it. I saw another video. Shout out to why am I forgetting her name? Essential Patience. I've shouted her out before on this on here, and I'm gonna shout her out again. She's someone I just subscribe to. She does not only natural hair tips and things of that nature, tutorials and things of that nature, but she also gives like financial tips and things like that. So shout out to her. She gave her take on it. She's actually a West African woman, born in West Africa. She lives in the States now, United States now, but was born in West Africa. So again, as I was saying, it was primarily the pushback that I've seen this woman get was from other African women who are literally either still in Africa saying this type of nonsense is toxic, or women who are born in Africa and are now living in the United States or somewhere else and still saying that this type of mentality is wrong, and I would have to agree with them, it just makes zero sense to me that your natural hair, once again, the hair that is growing out of your head, the God-given hair that you're given, right? You bring up church being a great place to wear your natural hair. But then you make it seem as though there are other places more important than church, more important than your family, more important than nature, I guess. She's talking about don't wear your natural hair at my event. When she talks about her event, again, she's supposed to be one of these business boss babes, right? That's what I'm refer to them as, right? So what they do is they hold these events. If you ever seen these boss babe events, they go there, they speak to a bunch of people and tell them a bunch of nonsense, to be honest with you. So, that's what they do at these boss babes events, both the males and the females. So the boss babes and the boss bros, they just go there and they tell gullible people a bunch of stuff that they probably can apply to themselves. I don't want to shut down all these boss babes and boss bros events, but a good majority of it is just, I'm going to say these things to, make you feel like you a boss or whatever, you giving me all your money so you could go around selling this BS program. It's pyramid schemish, that's for another time, for another day, what I'm saying? Just because I got to record in the mornings don't mean I got all day to do these things. That's why I'm hoping my voice gets better soon and stuff, all this phlegm get out of here, because the podcast is usually the very last thing that I do throughout the day of all my responsibilities. Now it has to be one of the first things to do because phlegm voice. But anyways, I don't subscribe to this woman's thinking at all. Yes, I feel the need that I can chime in on it, as not only just as a black person, but someone within the natural hair movement as well. Someone who believes that natural hair is acceptable everywhere, not just at church, not just when you're picking up your child from school, not just when you're hanging out with family, not just when you want to go to the beach. Everywhere you go, it's acceptable. It just makes zero sense that, and this is the thing that is crazy about it. No other race or no other ethnic group of individuals believes their natural hair is unacceptable at certain places. You don't see white women, you don't see Latinas, you don't see the Asian community going to these other events, or just going to events, going to church, going to the beach, going to their child's school, hanging out with their family and deciding when they're going to wear their natural hair. Now, I know there's going to be people commenting, white women have clip-ons and wigs. I didn't say other races of or other groups of women do not, or just people in general. I didn't say nobody else wear wigs. I didn't say nobody else wears weaves. But let's stop with the whole they do it too mentality when it comes to toxic behaviors within the black community, whether that be the black American community when the mindset, or the black diaspora community. This is something that we share within our community. This mentality that our hair is not only unruly, it's ugly, it's, we have to cover it up as much as we can. Now, people, again, I have this on because I cover my hair at night because I don't sleep on my hair. This ain't got nothing to do with me being ashamed of, oh my God, how is he going to talk about, celebrating your natural hair and he is covering his hair, Again, your boy was asleep. Your boy rose up. He woke up. He did this thing, you know what I'm saying? And then I was like, I kind of like it, so let me keep it all for the video. Once I stop hitting record on this episode, I'm taking this off, and I'm going to continue on doing what I got to do throughout the day. Now, it's cold outside, so yeah, I'm going to cover my hair, but not because I don't like my hair, but because, again, if you are of the natural hair community, you know it's not good to have your hair outside when it's cold like that. And the sun is not out, so it's not like I'm going to get much vitamin D to my hair with the sun exposure. At least not right now as I'm recording this video. Hopefully that changes throughout the day. But it's gray and it's cold outside right now. I don't want my hair to get brittle and everything, so I got to cover it, So, as someone who is very much educated within this field, you can say, oh, you're not blah, blah, blah. You can try to excommunicate me and say I don't know what I'm talking about simply because I'm not a gay man talking about hair. You could whatever, right? The simple fact of the matter is this mentality is not one that I'm going to agree with. And again, that the big thing about it is natural hair is good for church because it's good to show your naturalness to God. But you place value on yourself, a higher value on yourself than you do God, or just other people in general, how they're going to see you. Talking about, oh, you wear this nice dress, you wear makeup, and you just don't at least put your natural hair in a ponytail or whatever. This whole Eurocentric thing, and people and Africans get upset, or just black folks get upset when we talk about how y'all assimilate, like we tend to assimilate and all this other stuff. But again, and then here the pointing fingers of they do it too. It's stupid. Why would you think that's a sound excuse? You're a grown person and you should set your own standards, especially your own beauty standards, especially your own standards of living, of self-esteem, and how you see yourself. Especially when the others will do things to their hair to mimic your hair, to mimic our hair texture. You know what I'm saying? They'll do things to their lips. They'll do things to their bodies to mimic the bodies of a black woman, the natural, figure of a black woman. So it's just, you are the beauty standard. Be proud of that. And even if other people weren't trying to mimic you, we shouldn't we shouldn't feel like our looks are the beauty standard, or we shouldn't feel beautiful based on how many people are trying to look like us. I'm not against wigs, weaves, and all that other stuff. I'm all for personal choice when it comes to people choosing a lot of things, really, but especially their hairstyle. You want to wear a wig, weave, and all that stuff. I'm just disagreeing with the take. I'm not disagreeing with wearing anything or whatever. That's all it is, really. I'm disagreeing with the take. I thought it was troubling, so I thought let me talk about it here, especially with this episode going to be primarily what it's going to be about, and this talk about or just my thoughts about black features, right? So with that being said, that will be the next topic. So we'll get into a commercial break, and then we'll get into the next topic. Stay tuned.